from that loan that it took you to get the job. So everybody's going to try to be a hedge fund manager, a corporate lawyer, and see, we don't need any more of those folks. We need teachers and nurses and social workers. But we can't expect young people to do that if they can't afford to survive on those salaries. So again, the bar is shifting and moving. You thought you were doing everything that you were supposed to do. And Barack and I know this because we are 3 years outside of paying off our educational debt. 40-something years old, and I'd like to say that there were applause, but let me tell you, we did exactly what was asked of us. We prepared ourselves, got an education, then we brought those skills and gifts back to our community, left corporate America, and with every job we took, we made less money, working for the people. And then we were racked with debt at a time when we needed to be starting to save for our children's college education, because you got to start when they're 2 and 3. The only reason we're out of debt now is because Barack wrote 2 best-selling books. That was not a great financial plan, as my mother pointed out, but we were lucky. We were lucky, and it shouldn't be based on luck, because we have always worked hard. And there are millions of young couples like us with their MBAs and their MPHs and their MAs and all their degrees racked with loans. And that's not right. And healthcare, can't get sick. Don't get sick. Not in this country. In my lifetime. But it doesn't stop there, because Barack was also raised by his maternal grandparents, Toot and Gramps. Now, they weren't dreamers. His grandparents were like my parents. The only difference was race, because their feet were firmly planted on the ground. Those were the people who sacrificed for him, who went to work in jobs that didn't give them joy. He saw getting up and going to work. And me and Barack, our view of that was that when you see people you love making sacrifices for you, selling their heart and soul, working their fingers to the bone so that you can do a little bit better, no matter how little you have, you know you're blessed. You know you're blessed. See, what we came to understand is that when you're blessed, you don't sit on those blessings, because to whom much is given, much is expected. See, ladies, that's why I married Barack Obama. Yeah, he was cute and that was helpful, but his values told me that I could live a life with a man like this and raise a family. I could trust that consistency. And then when I saw him trying to live those values, not talking a good game, but actually making choices and decisions over his lifetime to reflect those values, I knew then that he was special. When he graduated from college, he could have gone to Wall Street, made a lot of money, but instead he became a community organizer, coming into some of the toughest neighborhoods on the south side of Chicago, working with people who had a reason to give up hope and be cynical because they had been forgotten. Barack worked for years with young mothers, busing them down to City Hall, helping them find their voice to advocate for change, better schools, safer streets, helping to understand is that when you're blessed, you don't sit on those blessings, because to whom much is given, much is expected.